Okay, my name is Ross Giacomo. I'm a retired Master Sergeant for the United States Army. I spent 1967-68 in Vietnam, and then 70 and 71 for a second tour. My first tour I started off in the infantry, and then from there I went into aviation as a crew chief, flight engineer, and eventually a tech inspector on Chinook helicopters. That's why the picture here. The other picture you see of me, I was about 22 years old and fresh back from Vietnam. Anyway, I'm honored to be here as a veteran and to be here for the Pass and Review. Thank you and have a great day.
My name is Delbert Crum. I served 2 tours in Vietnam, 66, 67, went back in 69. I was with 3rd Battalion, 4th Marines the first tour and 3rd Recon the second tour. I've lived here in Harlingen since I got out of the Marine Corps in 1970. I've been with groups that support the Marine Military Academy over the years. I had served with one of the previous presidents, General Rawlings. He and I had served as NCOs together at Parris Island when he was a drill instructor. The Academy has been a great asset to the Valley. It continues to be to this day under the capable leadership of Colonel Hill. The Academy has produced a lot of fine young men, and we appreciate, on behalf of all the Vietnam veterans, the special parade that you're giving us. The world has turned 180 degrees since I got out in 1970. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is John Bonter. I live in Canada now. I joined the U.S. Marines in 1963, and I was with the 3rd Battalion, 9th Marines on March the 8th that made the first landing in Vietnam. We had quite an experience. We marched down to the Da Nang airfield. Then we occupied Hill 327 and 268 for security for the air base. Then we started doing extensive patrols, and there were good times, but a lot of hard and rough times. And I thank my fellow soldiers that were with me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jimmy Ellington. I'm from Lyford, Texas. I had 2 tours in Vietnam in 1967, 68, also 71 and 72. During my time, I was in logistics. I was a parachute rigger, and then I had a supply and services company, and then I was on the general staff. And I was in Benoit, Tay Ninh, and Cam Ranh Bay. I think this was a terrible time in the history of our country. We were asked to go over and do a job, and then our military was so restricted as to what we could do that it was impossible to do the task that they sent us over there for. This time today is a good chance to remember what happened back then, and it's great that people here at MMA are doing this for the Vietnam veterans, and I really appreciate it.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Marine Military Academy's parade to observe the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of the Marine Military Academy, Colonel Glenn Hill, United States Marine Corps, retired.
Good morning. Good morning. You do better than that. Good morning. All right, there you go. Well, it is a real honor to have you all here today, and it is an honor and a pleasure for us to hold this parade commemorating the 50th anniversary of the excuse me, and to honor all of those who served, especially those some 58,000 that didn't come back alive, and the some 16,000 that are still listed as missing in action. Whether you were drafted or enlisted, it makes no difference. You answered your nation's call and you served, and we honor you for that. We are very proud to have one of the Marine Military Academy's own here with us today. He is a graduate of the Academy. He served in Vietnam with the 101st and the 196th. He was awarded the Combat Infantryman's Badge, and we are very honored to have him as one of our instructors here at the Academy. Dr. Jeff Thacker. Dr. Thacker. Dr. Thacker will represent all of us during this parade.
Proclamation by the President of the United States. As we observe the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War, we reflect with solemn reverence upon the valor of a generation that served with honor. We pay tribute to the more than 3 million servicemen and women who left their families to serve bravely, a world away from everything they knew and everyone they loved. From Ia Drang to Khe Sanh, from Hue to Saigon, and countless villages in between, they pushed through jungles and rice paddies, heat and monsoon, fighting heroically to protect the ideals we hold dear as Americans. Through more than a decade of combat over air, land, and sea, these proud Americans upheld the highest traditions of our armed forces. As a grateful nation, we honor more than 58,000 patriots, their names etched in black granite, who sacrificed all they had and all they would ever know. We draw inspiration from the heroes who suffered unspeakably as prisoners of war, yet who returned home with their heads held high. We pledge to keep faith with those who were wounded and still carry the scars of war, seen and unseen. With more than 1,600 of our service members still among the missing, we pledge as a nation to do everything in our power to bring these patriots home. In the reflection of the wall, we see the military family members and veterans who carry a pain that may never fade. May they find peace in knowing their loved ones endure, not only in medals and memories, but in the hearts of all Americans who are forever grateful for their service, valor, and sacrifice. In recognition of a chapter in our nation's history that must never be forgotten, let us renew our sacred commitment to those who answered our country's call in Vietnam and those who awaited their safe return. Beginning on Memorial Day 2012, the federal government will partner with local governments, private organizations, and communities across America to participate in the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War, a 13-year program to honor and give thanks to a generation of proud Americans who saw our country through one of the most challenging missions we have ever faced. While no words will ever be fully worthy of their service, nor any honor truly befitting their sacrifice, let us remember that it is never too late to pay tribute to the men and women who answered the call of duty with courage and valor. Let us renew our commitment to the fullest possible accounting for those who have not returned. Throughout this commemoration, let us strive to live up to the example by showing our Vietnam veterans, their families, and all who have served the fullest respect and support of a grateful nation. Now, therefore, I, Barack Obama, President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and laws of the United States, do hereby proclaim May 28, 2012 through November 11, 2025 as the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War. I call upon federal, state, and local officials to honor our Vietnam veterans, our fallen, our wounded, those unaccounted for, our former prisoners of war, their families, and all who served with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand this 25th day of May in the year of our Lord 2012, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 236th. Signed, Barack Obama. If you look to your front by the monument, the unit marching onto the parade deck is the Marine Military Academy drill team, trained by Master Sergeant Rob Fracasso. gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our drill team as they march off.
Staff, hour 10, hope, forward, approach.
Parade Adjutant allows students to post and shortly give the command sound attention to begin today's ceremony. Present-day parades have their basis in both history and tradition. The mass formation of troops in one long line at close interval made possible the massing of firepower from muzzle-loaded muskets of yesterday. In those early days, the line of battle was just that, a line of 2 or 3 ranks, and looked much like the parade formation you will see today. The adjutant forms the line for battle.
Zone, attention!
The next command the adjutant will issue will be sound adjutant's call. This announces that the adjutant is about to form the guard, the battalion, or the regiment. Immediately following the last note of this call, all companies march on line.
Zone, adjutant's call!
For those of you who have never been to one of our parades before, the Corps cadets will be marching on to the parade deck from the extreme right side of the field. The origin of Officer Center was found in the battlefield when a unit was formed either in an assembly area or in line of battle preliminary to action. The commander called his officers together for any last-minute encouragement or instructions, either for the battles in the past or for the parade this morning. The presence of guidons enables unit commanders and the adjutant to distinguish quickly between units. Officer Center also gives commanders a brief chance to critique the conduct of the ceremony or to order it done again. Jack Newberry from Richmond, Texas. On the march by Cadet Lieutenant James Harvey from Austin, Texas. Once again, if I can ask all of the Vietnam veterans, all of the Vietnam veterans to gather in the center of the field for a photo.